Hi, I'm Clint Parsons, and I'd like to welcome you to Step 4 of my buyer process, and thank you for joining me. In Step 3, I provided you with an overview of our Southwest Florida coast communities, which are broken down between the areas of Naples and Bonita Estero, and further categorized into the property types of coastal communities, inland golf communities, inland non-golf communities, and estate-sized lot single-family communities. I also provided you with a brief review of the communities within each of these community guides, and I explained that I periodically add communities in order to expand the total coverage and to make it more comprehensive of the entire Naples area. Southwest Florida has a wide variety of housing types within each community, and there are a wide variety of list and sale price ranges across the region. This is a great advantage as it provides opportunities for a wide range of lifestyles and budgets. However, after you identify your lifestyle preferences, it can become rather daunting to become fully educated on which communities may fit your budget requirements. To address this issue, I've developed market reports in order to provide basic market information that can be used to further qualify opportunities for you within the Southwest Florida coast region. Like all of the videos in this series on the buyer's process, I prepared a slideshow for you that I hope will make the presentation of this material more enjoyable and understandable. So let's get started. Step 4 of my buyer process is entitled, How's the Real Estate Market Community Market Reports? In this step, I introduce you to my community market reports. The organization of the community market reports is consistent with the community guides described in Step 3, and they are broken down into market reports for our Naples coastal communities, Naples golf communities, Naples non-golf communities, and Naples estate-sized lot single-family communities, as well as the same community type market reports for the areas of Bonita and Estero. My market reports are derived from my quarterly survey of these communities. I performed this quarterly survey of residential activity in over 180 major communities in the Naples, Bonita Springs, and Estero markets of Southwest Florida. This is further broken down between the single-family and condominium markets. Although the source of the raw data is from the Southwest Florida MLS, the manner in which I organize it and calculate meaningful conclusions is purely my work. For all of these 180 plus communities in each of these submarkets, I collect the following data at the end of each quarter. Number of active listings, low price per unit for active listings, high price per unit for active listings, number of sold transactions in the previous 12 months, low price per unit for sold transactions in the past 12 months, and high price per unit for sold transaction in the past 12 months. Again, these data are collected separately for single-family homes and for condominiums within each of these communities. In my market reports, you will see the term inventory in months. Inventory in months is the number of months estimated to sell out the existing inventory based on the average rate of sales over the preceding 12-month period. This is important to you as it is one indicator of a market strength. A low inventory in months benefits a seller, and a high inventory in months benefits a buyer. It is always important to look at the direction that this number is moving over time. The inventory in months for each property type in each community is derived from the following calculation. Number of active listings divided by the number of sold properties in the past 365 days times 12. The estimated inventory in months gives me a good idea of how strong or weak the market is in any particular area. Furthermore, by comparing the amount of inventory in months over a period of time, together with the change in the total number of active listings and the number of closed sales, I can guide you on where the market has been and where it is likely going. Please be apprised that there are other communities in the area that are not included in my market reports. However, I estimate that the communities in this report include approximately 80 to 90% of the entire geographical area, and as such, they include most of the major communities in our area. When I conduct property searches based on your chosen lifestyle criteria, be assured it will include the entire geography, not just what is included in these communities. Furthermore, I am constantly adding new community profiles which will be included in future editions of the market reports. I should also note that in step 3 of my buyer process, I provided you with a breakdown of the community guides that includes descriptions of over 160 communities in our area. However, in this step, I provide market data on over 180 communities in our area. The reason that this difference in number of communities arises is from my method for continuously adding more communities to the market reports and the community guides. Once a year, I identify the next wave of communities to add to my reports. I begin collecting market data on these communities, which is reflected in my market reports. Then, after I've collected these data for about a year, I add the descriptions to the community guides. As a result, there are always more communities in the market reports as compared to the community guides. What follows are my market reports. We'll start with Naples and then move on to the Bonita Estero areas. These are the communities covered in my market report for Naples coastal communities. And these are the communities covered in my market report for Naples inland Gulf communities. And these are the communities covered in my market report for Naples inland non-Gulf communities. And these are the communities covered in my market report for Naples estate-size lot single-family communities. Now we move on to Bonita Estero in Lee County. These are the communities covered in my market report for Bonita Estero coastal communities. And these are the communities covered in my market report for Bonita Estero inland Gulf communities. And these are the communities covered in my market report for Bonita Estero inland non-Gulf communities. And finally, these are the communities covered in my market report for Bonita Estero estate-size lot single-family communities. And that wraps up my presentation on step 4 of my buyer process. Now the real fun starts with step 5, where we begin the shopping phase. In this next step, we will discuss the funnel process, which will put you in charge of everything you want to see based on your criteria. If you have any questions about my process, or if you'd like to discuss your particular situation, please feel free to contact me at any time. My contact information is listed below on this screen. I'm grateful that you have joined me for this viewing, and thank you for the privilege of your time.